welcome back. As I had mentioned in one of the previous videos, I was going to go over with you how to choose the correct photographer. Now, at this moment, this is very important if you are underage, that I would like for you once again to grab your mom or your dad or your guardian and bring them in to the room with you. Press pause for a second, because I would like to go over a couple of these things with your parent guardian as well, because these are extremely important. There are a lot of dangers in choosing a photographer. There's a lot of easy ways to do it, but not knowing the correct ways, it could be possibly dangerous. So in this moment, you do need to bring in your parent or your guardian so that they can listen in. Now, looking for anything on the internet has its dangers, just like everyone knows. So you need to be careful to double and triple check everything that you find out. Now, parents or guardians, if you're there sitting beside your child, remember, even if you have looked it up on the internet, even if you've checked them out, even if you've looked at all their credentials, looked at their photos and done everything, still go with them any and every time that they meet the photographer or that they are on site. Always be there and be present. You are their guardian, you are their parent, stick with them. So now you found your photographer, you've looked through them on the internet, you've looked through them in all the different ways. The most important way is to check out your photographer. Once you find them on the internet and you say, all right, this guy looks good, I'm going to check him out. The things that you want to look for are this. You want to check out his portfolio. Look at the kind of pictures that he's done. Look at the kind of pictures that he's focused around. As I told you, when you're creating your portfolio, I told you earlier in some of these videos, you want to have your photos focused on the kind of person that you are, the kind of model that you're trying to portray. It's all the same for photographers. The photographer is going to have photos in his portfolio on the type of photography that he does and that he tries to portray. So what you want to do is check those out. Maybe they don't fit your style. Go with the photographer that fits your style. Maybe it's a little bit too sexy. Run the other direction. You need to double check and make sure that you do things the right way. Now, a photographer, you want to look at his style of photography, the quality of his photos. Look at the quality of his photos. Are they focused? Are they unfocused? Is his angling done correctly? You need to kind of understand all these things. And it's simple. In the further along videos and the more advanced videos that we go along, I will explain to you what do angles mean, what does the lighting mean, what are the kind of focuses that you need to look for. But I'll give you a basic idea right now. Obviously, if a photographer is taking a picture where it looks completely off center and it makes absolutely no sense as to why he's angling the camera that way and it just looks awkward, then any given person knows, okay, that doesn't really look right. It's just like you when you're taking a picture of the family. If the family's sitting in front of you, but you've got mostly the picture of nothing but the background and the family's not in it, that picture's not taken correctly. So double check out those things. If his focus is done correctly, if the pictures, most of his pictures look fuzzy, they're not done right, he's probably not that great of a photographer. So those are the simple things that you can look for, the simple things that you can find. Now, obviously, also the quality of the photos in the way that he does them. If they're too sexy, skip it. If they're too amateur, skip it. If the photographer looks good and it looks like the kind of style that you're trying to focus on and the kind of style that's in your portfolio, go with it. It'll be fine. You also want to look to see if he has any credentials online. If there's anybody that's done any comments, there are different sites that you can look that in a way that you can look that up. For example, you know his first and his last name? Type that in Facebook. If you type that in Facebook, just about anybody you can find on the web that way. Look him up, see what kind of comments he has on his Facebook page, see what kind of pictures he has up on his Facebook page, and check him out personally too. Go and look through go and look on his Facebook page and see what kind of person he is personally, as long as he has that on there and it's not just specifically for his profession. Check him out any possible way that you can, him or her. That's the best way to do it. Now, parent or guardian, remember you always want to be with your child when you are on set with the photographer and when you meet them. And also for you adults, you want to always bring a friend along with you for the first time that you work with that photographer so that you know that you are safe. There are many kinds of photographers out there. I don't want to scare you guys away and make you think, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? This is way too dangerous. It's not that. That is not the case at all. It's just always very good to be safe. It's always very good to check people out no matter what. You would do that with any other situation, you need to do that with this situation as well. There are photographers that are professional, and then there are photographers that are less than reputable and that may have other intentions. So just be sure that the person that you're working with is working with you also on strictly professional matter. Now, Go out there, look for your photographer, have a good time doing it. Don't be afraid. This is a wonderful industry. There's a lot of opportunities in it. It's just always good to be smart.